Most expensive luxury watches for men in the world. Men's watches are the easiest way to show class, elegance, style, and status. While there are a wide variety of brands, price points, and styles to choose from, only a few watches can instantly elevate a man's status the moment he slaps it on his wrist. Instead, they're more like functional jewelry, a way for men to buy themselves something fancy, but also know that what they've purchased does more than just look pretty. The best watches do, of course, look very pretty. But like an Italian sports car, your outlay also buys you precision engineering and decades of heritage. Which makes it all feel a bit more justifiable than dropping more than most mortgages on a ring with a big diamond on. Let's start to find out the most expensive luxury watches for men in the world. Patek Philippe 5004 T, $3.9 million. Patek Philippe is a crowd favorite because of the brand's strong market position, excellent reputation, and a dazzling array of beautiful and unique models. This is a name you will see multiple times on this list, so it's only fitting that we start with this charming piece. Produced specifically for the Only Watch auction in Monaco in 2013, this titanium model is one of a kind by the watchmaker. To make things even more special, the cool nearly $4 million it fetched at the auction was donated entirely to charity. Louis Moinet Meteoris Collection, $4.3 million. Out of everything on this list, this has to be the craziest idea. Louis Moinet, who is credited with inventing the chronograph and making extravagant clocks for those little-known figures like Napoleon Bonaparte and Thomas Jefferson, has created a set of truly unique watches. This is a set of 4 timepieces containing minerals from, you guessed it, space. Tourbillon Mars, Tourbillon Rosetta Stone, Tourbillon Asteroid, and Tourbillon Moon are used in 4 unique pieces of this set that is truly out of this world. Patek Philippe Stainless Steel, $12 million. We hope you're not sick of seeing Patek Philippe's name, because he isn't finished yet. This beautiful work of art is valuable, arguably because it is less valuable. Stick with us here. Most high-value luxury pieces are made with gold, but Philippe decided to build this case out of stainless steel. Rarity sometimes outvalues value. Not to mention, this watch was the first to carry a perpetual calendar. That's a lot of history and uniqueness in this stellar pick for the collector in you. Rolex Paul Newman Daytona, $18.7 million. Don't be confused, the Paul Newman Daytona is a name that gets slapped on a lot of Rolex watches in 3 separate lines, called Series 1, Series 2, and Series 3. However, this watch is the one designed for and worn by the legendary actor himself. Developed at the same time as the Rolex Submariner, this watch was developed for working men. While the Submariner was designed to withstand the pressures of underwater depths, the Daytona was meant to live its life a quarter mile at a time, counting every millisecond. Paul Newman Rolex Daytona. Price, $15.5 million. As some of the entries above might demonstrate, just because a watch is valuable or expensive, that doesn't mean it's necessarily desired by collectors. By contrast, the Paul Newman Rolex Daytona is a genuine watch lover's dream come true. Given to the famous actor by his wife, the piece pays tribute to Newman's love of horology and motorsport alike. Aside from its built-in legacy, the expensive handwatch is distinguished by its steadfast movement and unique, black and cream dial. Yet even with all that going for it, the industry was still stunned after the piece fetched $15.5 million at auction, which came out to over $17.7 million after the buyer's premium was thrown in. Arguably the best-looking Rolex watch around, and naturally one of the priciest. Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime. Price, $31 million. If you're surprised at the name of the #1 most expensive watch in the world, you haven't been paying attention. In a competition to become the most expensive and revered chronographer in the world, it seems Patek Philippe is primarily competing with himself. The newest watch on the list, the Grandmaster Chime, was crafted in 2014 to celebrate Patek Philippe's 174th anniversary, and it did so with a bang. With more than 20 complications, it's the most intricate wristwatch ever created. It even holds 6 patents within its casing. It is most certainly the watch to beat. Frank Muller Eternitas Mega 4. Price, $2.7 million. Not only is the Frank Muller Eternitas Mega 4 among the most expensive watches in the world, it's also literally the most complicated. For proof, look no further than the watch face, which hosts enough intricacy and depth to make your head spin. Dive below that daunting surface, or peek through its window, and you'll find 1483 components and a record-breaking 36 complications total, including an eternally renewable calendar that doesn't need to be adjusted for 1,000 years. A luxury brand fit for kings, literally. Jaeger-LeCoultre Hybris Mechanica Grande Sonnerie. Price, $2.5 million. Blending no less than 1406 parts to horological perfection, the Jaeger-LeCoultre Hybris Mechanica Grande delivers striking masculine allure and no shortage of impeccable steel functionality. Not only is the piece equipped with a range of modes and complications, but it plays a Westminster chime fashioned after Big Ben's own, thereby delivering one of the longest melodies on a grand sonnerie. All that and more arguably justifies the high price point on this mechanical stunner. This is one of the most stunning, expensive watches for men in the market. Greubel Forsey Art Piece. Price, $1.5 million. Featuring 30 degrees inclined double tourbillon and a nanosculpture that can only be seen through a microscope system in the watch crown, the art piece won by Greubel Forsey is a work of art, indeed. Take a peek through the tiny lens and you might find a ship, or a hummingbird, or a mask, or something new entirely. Of course, before you do that, you'll need to cough up a cool $1.5 million. This ain't no dollar watch, to say the least.